Hello everyone, this is Charles, Media Buyer or PPC Specialist for Pearl Lemon Group, and I'm here with another one to just educate and give an eye-opener of the many digital marketing strategies that we can implement in our campaigns, depending on various, obviously, clients that we meet every day. And today we have Boomerang Partners. And who is Boomerang Partners? This is our client that we actually hoping to work with, who basically are an online casino affiliate program that focuses on connecting high quality web traffic with licensed and reputable online casinos. They operate primarily in Europe with a specific focus on markets like Germany, Finland, Norway, Poland, Canada, Austria, and Switzerland. So that's the type of client that we are actually going to look at. And so let's just take, for example, you have, a client like this come to you and they want you to devise a marketing strategy for them, right? A fully fledged commercial strategy, um, where they do not want to advertise on Google Ads and Facebook, but they want to use any other affiliate networks. So basically, like, your publisher sites, on any other type of media buying platforms or any other search engines. So the question would be, what do you do? How do you approach this type of client and this type of scenario? So at Parliament, firstly, we need to understand the client. So you have to build a rapport with the client and ask the right questions that you need to develop a working or a successful commercial strategy. So I'm just going to walk you through some of the questions that we want to expose so that we are able to identify what the client is trying to achieve or who they're trying to target. So obviously there are many strategies out there. So I'm just going to be brief. I don't want to make this video too long. So obviously there are things that we need to understand with the casino business. It's not like any other type of um, um, ad campaign that you would run, because with casinos there's so many rules and regulations, so many compliances that um, if we're going to run an ad for them, we need to understand if the client is compliant, right? So that's just some of the things to take note of. But yeah, basically, you want to obviously first understand their model of business. So, what is their business objective? That's one. So, obviously, with Boomerang Partners, right? They obviously are, you know, have their goals of obviously getting traffic, getting the, people to sign up for, for these games, you know, play, win, and yeah, basically they also are a business, so they also trying to get some revenue as well, just like any other business. So you also want to tie that business objective with the marketing objectives, which is what we are going to now delve deep into. And yeah, I'm just gonna go straight into it and start with that. So the first thing you also want to understand, or you want to understand, is the products and services. So these are the type of questions you want to ask, right? So what specific online casino brands and games do they promote, right? Do they offer exclusive products or exclusive bonuses, right? So as I am looking at this, there are so many products that they offer, which are lined up here. So there's Boomerang Sportsbook, Boomerang Casino. Maybe we can just, some sports person, we can just open up to see, what they offer, right? And you see there's also page to register, all these things where you can also make payments, various forms of payment methods that you also have. Okay, so then you obviously visit the website to where exactly this is, and it'll take you right here. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. And the next question would be to identify the target market, right? So where are they licensed and operating? So like I mentioned, obviously we already have this from the introduction when we actually were trying to study, or the about section. If you go on a website of any client, you can see all this information, and which helps you in developing your strategy, right? So it helps you understand the type of client that you're dealing with. And so these guys are based in Europe, as mentioned, and obviously, they have other subsidiaries across other countries. And who are their ideal players in terms of demographics, interests, and online behavior? So Boomerang, right? They basically target a high roller customer. So I'm speaking about this because we already have an onboarding form that we already had with them to understand basically who they are. But so basically, who is a high roller client, right? So I'm just going to define that quickly so that we get an understanding of the type of customer for Boomerang. A high roller customer for an online casino affiliate program like Boomerang Partners can be defined in several ways, but generally refers to players who spend significantly more, that is, deposit and wager large amounts of money on a regular basis. This can vary depending on the casino and target market, but could be anything from several $1,000s to 10,000s or even 100,000s. So that's one characteristic of the type of customer for our client here. They also exhibit high value behavior. They generate significant revenue for the casino and affiliate program through their gameplay and activity. This could involve frequent wins, high bet sizes, or playing for extended periods. And three, they also possess specific traits like they often have a high disposable income and are comfortable taking financial risks. So they also like very comfortable with, taking risks. So these are basically high net worth individuals and maybe experienced gamblers with a deep understanding of casino games and strategies. So yeah, that's a high roller. They are well experienced. They know the risks. They have the money to take the risks. Yeah. And yeah, after then, you have identified, by behavior, demographics, etc. You then want to then identify what then is the unique selling proposition, or what we call USP, for Boomerang Casinos. What differentiates them from other affiliate programs? Is it their brand reputation, technology, payment options, or customer support, right? So that's what we mean by unique selling proposition. So you do the same thing to any other type of business as well. That's same questions that you're asking, and figure out from the client what makes them unique with their product offer or with their service. Then you move on to marketing goals and objectives. So this is where now you get in depth. So for example, so firstly, actually not for example, firstly, you want to ask the campaign objectives. What are Boomerang Partners' primary goals for their PPC campaign, right? Is it brand awareness, app downloads, lead generation, or player acquisition for specific casinos, right? And this will help even when we're running a campaign through various platforms, so that we also come up with a budget for it, because these specific actions or specific objectives have different budgets to them. So performance metrics, that will be the next phase. How will success be measured? What are their target costs per acquisition, return on investment, or other key performance indicators? So we want to have these metrics so that whatever we are going to do in our ad campaigns, we're going to review against our set key metrics, our set KPIs, so that we are able then to rather optimize we're able to optimize the performance of the campaigns as we see fit and as the campaign goes on. Then also you want to consider your budget and timeline. So you asking questions like, what is their budget, right, for the PPC campaign, and how long is the initial campaign period? So yeah, these are very important questions to gather up. Moving along, and you also want to ask things like existing marketing efforts. So I'm talking about current media channels. So like, are they using email, social media? That's what we call media channels, right? So you're asking questions like, what channels are they already using for marketing, right? If they are just using social media and email, perhaps you want to suggest other uh, media channels, or develop a media mix, right? So that you use everything, and if you can also monitor everything all at once. And are there existing PPC campaigns or partnerships in place, right? That's also another question. Then performance data. If there are existing campaigns, gather data on their performance, including impressions, clicks, conversions, and cost metrics. Yeah. So you might also want to understand the dynamics of the existing data or campaigns, so that you get that data and see what could you improve to actually run your new campaign from those statistics or metrics. And creative assets, do they have any existing ad copy, landing pages, or visual assets that can be used for the PPC campaign? So when we talk of ad copies, we're talking about creatives, like do they have videos that they're already using, or images, or any text ads that they're using on search engines, etc., that we can actually manipulate to our new campaign and utilize. Then you also want to be very particular with asking the regulatory landscape questions, right? So what are the online gambling regulations in Boomerang Partners target markets? Are there specific restrictions on advertising or player acquisition? And yeah, these are very important, so that with the ad campaign platforms, they actually are very strict when it comes to gambling or just any type of advertising that is conventional. So you want to understand the advertising policies, the licensing, and what compliances, etc. So that it makes it easy for you to run the campaign. Then, what measures does Boomerang Partners have in place to promote responsible gambling practices? Do they have partnerships with gambling support organizations? So that's also some of the questions to ask. Then technical considerations. We're talking about tracking and attribution. What tracking tools and platforms are currently used? How will campaign performance be attributed to different channels and touch points? Okay. So, if they're using HubSpot, or are they using Taboola? Are they using, you know, um, Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, right? And technology and integrations. Does Boomerang Partners have any specific technology requirements for the PPC campaign? Are there any integrations needed with the affiliate tracking platform or casino partners? So here we're mentioning things like maybe the Google Analytics needs to be combined with the website, or you need to install Pixel, or there are other integration dashboards that we want to link with their website as our client, so that we're able to track and have enough data or campaign performance. So basically, these are the questions that you would ask for to understand the client, as well as things like when they started, just to have a little background of what the client is coming from and where they're going. And having this types of questions at your disposal, you're able then to answer them and to have a well formulated strategy. And with that, I conclude today's strategy. I hope you guys have a better understanding of running a commercial, or implementing a commercial strategy for a casino or gambling online site or client. Thank you very much for your time. See you next time. Cheers.